Hello, welcome back. Thank you again for continuing to support my channel and to follow along with my videos. I do appreciate you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. So the title of this video is People Are Not Going to Like That You've Changed on Them. Kind of made me think of, especially my family, thinking back to growing up in, certain religion, as I've told you guys about before, and that I decided that I did not want to continue in that religion. And of course, that wasn't something that I just chose on a whim. It was divinely guided for me to abandon that. So when people see you doing things that they're not used to you doing, they don't know how to take you. They don't know how to now work with you or um, get along with you because they're used to you acting and being a certain way. And also, as me as being a people pleaser before, when I stopped doing that, people were all of a sudden like, well, what's going on now? You've always done all these things for me before, and I could always get away with these things with you. And now all of a sudden you've kind of changed. So people don't know how to. So they may become either defensive or just, but it also it's a way too that people, that's a way of you shining your light on people. And now it's reflected back on them. What am I doing? The way I'm acting at this person no longer is going along with my manipulation, right? Most of my life, I was a big emotional eater. Growing up, I had no problem with my weight. It was always very thin. And as things started happening in my life in my early 20s or whatever, became an emotional eater. So I had times in my life where I was, kind of heavy. And um, back in 2008 to 2011, like I worked really hard and I ended up losing like 60 pounds. I hate to say that, yeah, but I lost like 60 pounds. And that's how much weight I had gained just from like emotional eating, from the things that I was dealing with. And exercising, watching my diet, doing everything I could do to lose that weight. And so proud of myself. And really now starting to see my best friend at the time being manipulative because she had also had weight problems. And it's fine when two people together both have weight problems, or two people are very thin, both skinny together, because you guys are probably going to the gym together and exercising, or if you're heavy, you may be going out to eat together all the time. That's what we were doing. And when one person in the relationship changes, the other person doesn't know how to react. So now all focus is back on themselves. What is it about me that I can't do what she did? It now became a kind of a triangulation where she was using some of our other friends to come at me to say, oh, you're losing too much weight. Like, that's not healthy, which I wasn't even at a, what they say, the health, American health or whatever, weight I should be for my height. But people were just not, had never saw me that thin before. So the constant um, barrage of kind of little insinuations of, oh, you're getting too thin, or you don't look as good as you did, and things like that. I mean, I was heavy. So what are you saying? Um, but eventually I was odd man out. And the emotional turmoil, slowly I started gaining the weight back. And it's so funny that when I got almost back up to where I was before, they didn't say anything to me. They didn't say, oh, maybe you're gaining too much weight back, or maybe you should cut back or anything. People want you where you are, where they can manipulate you or where they can keep you where they feel comfortable. So being a spiritual person, if you were a very religious person before, your family was very religious, and all of a sudden you're now the black sheep of the family, and you're doing something much different than everyone expects from you. And they're no longer able to manipulate you into, come back to church, just one time. And we know you always loved it. Or, are you going to spend, Christmas? Like, I have nothing against um, the holidays. I don't celebrate Christmas, but I celebrate the season, if you know what I mean. Um, and my sisters who decided that in order for me to be accepted back into their good graces, because I had left the religion, they were shunning me. So thinking that if they socially shunned me, I would feel so bad and deprived of their energy, um, their sisterly love, that I would come back to the religion. And no, that's not what I'm going to do. Um, I think about it now. I was so hurt at the time of how they treated me. And I thought I deserved it, because I really didn't know my spirituality at that time. All I knew is I didn't want to have anything to do with the religion. But now looking back at it, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't believe my own flesh and blood treated me the way they did. But just understanding that as you go through your journey and you start to change, and people start to see these changes, however, whatever, wherever they are in your life, whether it be friends or families or coworkers, and they are not seeing you do or be the way they expect you to be, it's going to be hard for them. And no, it's nothing about you. It's about your light shining on them, and they can't handle it. So I just wanted to do a short video on that to just stay strong, continue in your spirituality. Divine got your back. You know that you're always protected, and that when you get through your journey, your ascension, that the blessings are going to be so much greater than you can ever imagine. Okay. Gonna leave it there. Again, please like, share, and subscribe if you would like to spend time with me, have a reading. There is a link below to book time with me, and I'll see you in the next one.